I would now like to invite Mark Kreslins of We Surround Them up to the podium to give a brief discussion of purpose. Let me tell you.
Well, like Blaine said, my name is Mark Kreslins, and I'm just an average citizen. I don't hold any office, but I got to a point where I could no longer sit idly by. I can now look at my 4 beautiful children and tell them that I stood still and did nothing. So with Joshua and Blaine and Bob and Colleen, we helped organize this event, and what an event we're going to have today. What an event we're going to have. This morning, we, as citizens of Frederick, and from a few surrounding areas, actually I got a bunch of emails over the past few days from people that were coming up from Montgomery County and over in Carroll County. We're here to make sure that our voices are heard, to make sure that we are not silenced, to make sure that those who would seek to take our liberties away understand that we're watching and we're not intimidated. Liberty, liberty, say it with me, liberty, must prevail. Must prevail. So how did we get here? What happened that got us to drag ourselves out of our beds this morning at 8:30 and come down here on Court Street to link arms with others? Well, you know what it is. And we all sort of sense it. Something has gone terribly wrong. Something is just wrong right now. And we didn't just get into this mess overnight, and it wasn't created by the current administration. Both parties take responsibility for the mess that we're in right now. Now, it took us a long time to get into this mess, and it's going to take us a long time to get out of it. I wish there was a very quick and easy way, but there isn't. It's going to take, ultimately, it's going to take us, the citizens, to be the ultimate check and balance to the federal government. The Constitution gives us that right. It gives us that responsibility. So we take to the streets. How about that? We take to the streets. Now,
They're going to need a lot more than horns.
that may be it. So we take to the streets. Now, we need to hold these 2 documents in here, and if you don't have one of these, by the way, we've got many copies up here, but if you have one, raise it up. Because we need to hold these 2 documents very, very high, the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States, and say to those who hold office or seek office, don't abandon this. Please, we beg you, we implore you, if you are seeking office or you hold office, don't abandon this. Remember those self-evident truths that Thomas Jefferson wrote so eloquently about? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness? Please, we beg you, don't abandon those. Remember the enumerated powers of Article 1, Section 8 that tell the federal government its powers are limited. We do not give it a blank check to do with it what it wants. Yeah. Remember the 10th Amendment to the Constitution that tells us that the powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution nor prohibited by it to the states are reserved to the states. I dare say the founders would shudder. They would shudder if they understood and saw the size and the reach and the power of the United States federal government today. They would shudder. Perhaps they would even rewrite, when in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, ... Sound familiar? That's the first sentence of the Declaration of Independence. And so we take to the streets, and we will again and again and again and again until the politicians in Washington, D.C. hear our voices. We don't believe the Constitution gives you the authority nor the power to take away our property by forcing us to pay for others' health insurance. Do you agree?
I agree.
We don't believe the Constitution gives you the authority nor the power to, by simple vote, to grant citizenship to millions of illegal aliens. Do Do you agree with that? I agree. We don't believe the Constitution gives you the right to shoulder my 4 children, my grandchildren, and yours with trillions and trillions of dollars of debt. Do you agree? So we say, all right, perfect. So we say with a united voice here today, to the politicians in Washington, D.C., you have awoken a sleeping giant. That's right. We will not rest. We will not back down. You cannot bully us. And you cannot trick us with any terms like a living constitution any longer. We are here at your doorstep. We will not go away. Liberty calls us to this place and this time. Thank you.
That's right. If I can, and it's great seeing so many children here. What's your girl's name here?
Sylvia.
Bring Sylvia up here.
Here, sis.
Sylvia's got a sign on that said, personally, I find nothing stimulating about Washington. On the back it said, let me see the back, Sylvia. It says, I want my mommy and daddy to choose my school and my doctor. That's my freedom of choice.